Gardening season is finally here. It's a time that evokes all the feelings in me. Pure joy and passion run through my veins so much that I can barely contain my excitement. I bounce through the walls. I just want to spread the joy wherever I go when it comes to this time of year.
What am I looking at? Okay, Jess, I can't say that I relate, but our next guest is here with herb garden tips and recipes for those who can. Please welcome Chef Charlotte Langley back to the show. So good to see you. Okay, so Charlotte.
Yes.
Before we dive into the gardening and all the recipes, a little birdie told me that someone got engaged recently.
Thank you.
Spill it. We want all the deeds.
Okay, most romantic partner of all time. And actually, 2 years ago on the show, I was like waiting for the engagement, and it's happened. Nice. So I started off with a scavenger hunt, and he left me a clue in the morning. He said, "This is your first clue. You've got 2 days to figure this out." And it led me to a train ride. That when I got on the train, they were like, "Your seat is actually right here." And I was like, "What?" I looked down. There was a big bouquet of flowers and a clue. And he proposed on the train. And because I'm in the canning business, he had put the ring in the can, so he popped the can open and gave me. Anyway, he's the best, guys.
This is just so beautiful. We're so happy for you.
Me too.
Oh my God.
You guys want to come to the wedding?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah,
yes,
we'll be there. Trevor and I will be there.
Is that part 2 of your video?
It's coming.
I'm waiting for that part 2.
Yes, I can.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get back to gardening for a moment because my garden has truly given me so much joy over the years. Like growing stuff with your own hands and then eating it has just been truly one of the most satisfying things I've ever done. So for those who have never done it, can you give some sort of general tips for connecting our gardens to our kitchen?
Absolutely. I'd say grow what you love or grow things that are familiar to you. For example, if you like to eat a caprese salad often, grow basil. If you love a delicious tartar sauce, grow dill. Grow things that you recognize and that you love because you'll have more of an emotional connection to it.
That's great.
Smart.
Yeah. All right, so that's great. It was very impressive. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I don't know how to grow anything. I'm more of a killer of plants. So when it comes to growing herbs, is it better to do it indoor or outdoor?
I say it doesn't really matter, but I find doing indoor, you can spend more time with it and see how it's reacting to light. There's less pests. You get to know what's going on with your plant, and then when the summer is out, just you can take them outside because they're indoor, outdoor, right?
Exactly,
just
indoor,
move them in
outdoor. So why don't we start with basil, an herb that I love to grow. What are your tips for getting it going?
Well, they grow like pretty quickly and they get really, really bushy. So make sure you're pinching all the tops. You definitely know that one.
So if people don't know what that means, that means like just pinching the little...
Yeah, you can garnish that if you want.
Yeah, pinch the top little guys so the bottom guys keep growing.
And then water from the bottom.
Like this.
There can be, she's pinching it, right?
Those two guys.
Oh, so I pinch them?
Yeah.
And then just throw it on the salad.
And just throw it on the salad.
Yeah, then boom.
I thought you just pinch and leave them. You
Pinch and leave, pinch and eat, pinch and eat. And then water from underneath because you don't want the top to get too moldy because they can get fungus. So like water from the bottom versus the top. They like to have like a drier soil underneath, so it'll get too heavy if you just drown them. Just
smells incredible.
Tell me if this is accurate, because you know when you get maybe like a little Tetra Pak of basil, and you have just a little pot.
Yes.
But then the basil gets it grows so massively, so it feels so counterintuitive to put little tiny basils in a giant pot.
Yes.
But it does fill up, right?
It does fill up. Like most plants, like most herbs, they grow into their space, right? So if you want a bigger plant, like give them room to grow. Like they want to grow. That's their job.
We all want to grow.
We all want to grow.
Well, it depends on what growing we're talking about. All right, so Charlotte, you brought us a classic salad with a twist involving basil, which smells incredible. What did you bring for us today?
This is a caprese style salad, but instead of mozzarella, this is a buffalo mozzarella, so creamy, juicy. And the basil is in a gremolata, so it's blended with tons of garlic, tons of oil, loads of flavor. I think it needs a little bit of pepper to finish it, but she's nice and fresh. This just tastes like summer. It's on its way, guys. It's coming.
This is so good.
It's good, right?
All right, so people often end up with an abundance of herbs.
Yes.
And you say salting them is a way to ensure.
I know. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. So this is a very like East Coast thing. I'm an East Coast girl, and salted herbs. And and salting herbs is just one more way to preserve them long term. So when you have a bountiful amount of herbs, cut them all back, chop the crap out of them, and mix a bit of salt, put it in a mason jar sealed, throw in the back of your fridge. When you need a little kiss of summer, a little kiss of spring, soup, sauces, stews, It's a really great way to preserve the longevity and also like reap the benefits of your harvest.
I'm doing that.
You're gonna love it.
Feels like a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
You know, if you buy the herbs off season, just
Chop them,
instead of throwing them out.
Throw them in the fridge, just finishing
Genius. I love
salsas,
this.
salads. It works really well.
Okay, so next up, chives. I do love chives. So what are your tips for growing chives?
Chives like a lot of room as well, and they grow really fast as well. So keep them kind of trim. Like just keep using them, use them, and then find some creative ways to incorporate them into your recipes.
I love them because I think they're almost impossible to kill.
Yes.
As well. This would be a very good
So
herb
I'm a
for
chives
you.
girl is what you're saying. Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not
Absolutely.
They're also nitrogen fixing. They're also good for the soil. Alliums are good for the soil. So when you plant alliums or chives or onions, they add nitrogen back to the soil, which helps other things grow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so next up. All right, so you put the herb to use in this creamy chive chicken recipe.
Yes.
Talk to us about this one.
Simple, very simple recipe. So it's chicken that's just been seared and roasted, a little bit of chicken stock, a little bit of cream, and I loaded it with chives in the base when I was cooking it. So you get the cooked onion flavor, and you finish it with fresh chives to get that fresh, bright onion flavor. You get a bit of both. You get a little top and bottom.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
Tastes like home.
Really good.
Tastes like home cooking.
It tastes like home cooking.
That's what I'm
stunning.
bringing to you.
That's what you're all about.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're finally moving on to one of my favorite herbs,
too.
which is dill. I love it so much, but I tend to buy it because whenever I grow it, it gets real stocky. You know what I mean? I can never. So how do I not make it stocky?
Crop management, I guess you could say. You know, like crop management. I know you're an excellent gardener. I like to keep mine smaller. So I'm also like with most of these things, except for mint, which is we'll get to.
Okay.
Keep that crop, keep harvesting, and keep using it. The more you use it, the more it's going to keep bushing out versus just growing these tall stalks. So just use them. Throw it in everything.
I know. Okay, so that's good tips. But okay, what did you bring for us to eat that's including this dill? Let's get to the food part.
Delicious dill pickle soup.
Ooh, I like that play on words.
Dill pickle soup. So I love dill pickle. She likes this one, I think. This is basically like it could be a veg or chicken stock base. There's tons of veg in it. I put like potatoes, and you finish it with dill pickles, a little bit of dill pickle juice, and load your dill in. This is a great way to use all your dill up.
This is
It's delicious, right?
I've never had. Have you ever had this?
No, it's
sort of a
delicious.
I'd be making this
And
again.
it's also great. I love throwing it into a Caesar salad. Dill is surprisingly amazing in a Caesar salad.
Oh my
And if you ever
goodness.
saw those Moosewood cookbooks from the 70s, movies, they put dill. Yeah, they put dill in everything. So use that book as a guide.
Okay, that's
All right,
great.
so we're moving on to our last herb, which is mint. What do we need to know?
This lady likes to spread herself out. She is going to take over your life. Okay? She's gonna spread.
Don't leave it. We'll get in trouble.
We'll get in trouble. I'm the bad influence. Sorry.
Andrea?
So, the devil and the angel.
She's got long legs that she likes to extend outwards, so you have to kind of watch her. Just saying. Dill is almost like an invasive scenario where it loves to grow wild and it can grow kind of anywhere, rocky soil, sandy, loamy clay. So you keep it in a contained area, unless you want a backyard full of dill, or mint, also good. But she's hardy.
So quickly tell us about this gorgeous mint ice cream, chocolate mint ice cream.
This chocolate mint ice cream is basically swathing off a bunch, infusing whatever base you want to make your custard with, milk or cream. Just load it with all that beautiful fresh mint, and then use that as your base to make the ice cream. Very simple way to use a lot of it at once. Like just infuse aroma ice cream.
Charlotte, thank you so much. You're always so
You're ready. You're ready.
So beautiful. Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.